The AI Shift Podcast. Let's go.
I was at a tech meetup. It was talking about AI, and it got quite heated at times. I think that there's a lot of hype and misunderstanding out there of what AI is, how fast it's actually moving. Because like I'm an early adopter of a lot of technologies. That I'll go and have a play and a dabble, but I hate jumping on the hype train, and everything is hype train with AI. And like 6 to 8 months before we started recording this, I was dismissing AI, I guess, because all it was jumped up predictive text that you get on your mobile phone or your cell phone, and it's come on so far in that time. It's just like mind blowing, and so many people I've spoken to still have the opinion that it's that jumped up predictive text. It's not useful, and one real bugbear's not quite the right word, but one term that people keep throwing around that really irritates me is AI slop.
All right. Oh, like from like content and stuff that's come out and things.
Yeah, but it's being brandished over everything, and ignoring the fact that whenever you see anything on social media now, everyone's like, "Oh, this is AI." It's like you do remember that like you can Photoshop and edit photographs. It's not all AI. But yeah, everything is being seen as either this massive hype that it's the best thing ever, or it's seen as the new devil, that it's the worst thing ever, and it's gonna kill everybody's jobs, and it doesn't produce good content, and it can't think like a person can think, and all that sort of stuff. And I think people have just got the wrong context on AI. And I thought it'd be cool to get on and chat and talk about the reality of it, because everybody seems to be out there that either just regurgitating what OpenAI are saying on a daily basis, or they're just copying everyone else's highlight reels, right? Nobody's actually talking about real world usage of it. They're all talking about, let's say, the hype of it or the potential of what it could do. And I think if we can bring some reality to it, then that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think this year we'll see more of that reality. I think there's a lot of people doing stuff now. I think, for the last year or so, you're right. Like the crypto and all the crypto sales guys moved over to AI for a bit of a vacation, a bit of a secondment. But I do think behind the scenes there's been a lot of things happening. But again, even today, like I bumped into someone yesterday, and they didn't know what ChatGPT was. Hadn't used it, didn't even know what it was. And I think this, yes, they've got 800 million users a week or a month or whatever, but still, still in 10% of the world, right? Like it's not, it's not really everyone. And obviously, I know that's their reported number. It's not an official number anyway. But I don't think the usage is quite as widespread as what people think, or they're using it for really basic stuff,
Yeah, there's definitely that. Like I've been speaking to some very experienced developers, and they didn't understand the context of how you can use it and how it can augment your skill set. And it blew some people's minds, because obviously they've just seen it generating videos and things like that, and not being useful. And like we've obviously got a background in tech, but like it impacts, or it can impact, every industry, right? And I think that's something that people just aren't aware of, and they're ignoring it. This isn't another blockchain, although I think it's kind of being seen as another blockchain thing by a lot of businesses. You know, they're like, oh, we need AI in this, that, and the other, and trying to put it into everything, and it doesn't need to be in everything.
Yeah, you don't need an AI toaster, but maybe you do.
Well, see, like I had that exact argument with myself with kitchen appliances. Like I was looking for, I think it was a new washing machine and a kettle. And for our international audience that don't know what a kettle is, it boils water, so you can make tea and coffee. But they had Wi-Fi enabled kettles and dishwashers and washing machines and all this sort of stuff. And then I was looking at the features on the kettle, and it was like, you can start it to boil from your phone. By the time you've got up from where you're sitting and got into the kitchen, it's boiled. And it's like, well, how useless is that? Because what happens if there's not enough water in there? You've still got to then walk in there and
see, well, as you're describing that, I'm like, that's awesome. I could basically tie it to Alexa and be like, can boil the kettle if there's, and obviously if there's an allowed amount and all that.
Yeah. And like, as somebody who likes gadgets,
so send me the
I like gadgets, and I was like, no, I can't be bothered with that. And I bought a tumble dryer, and that was Wi-Fi enabled. I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because it was cheap, and we were in an emergency. And I added the app to my phone, and the only thing you could really do over Wi-Fi was set up custom drying cycles, which then you couldn't actually use directly on the tumble dryer. You had to go in the app. I think you put the tumble dryer to like custom mode, and then went into the app to change it. So you still had to be stood in front of it with the phone to do it. Amazing. So there's like, the comparison I'm trying to make there is that just because you can doesn't mean we should. It doesn't bring anything else to it. But I think before we go down the rabbit hole too far, I guess we should do some introductions and tell everybody why we're qualified to be sitting here.
I wouldn't go as far
talking
as
about this.
But we have opinions.
Yeah, we have opinions, and like everybody, some of those opinions stink. But and I think we're level-headed enough. I never thought I'd say that to give an honest opinion on some of these topics, rather than trying to blow smoke up the backside of all the AI giants that have appeared. So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so Lee Mallon, currently based in Abu Dhabi in the UAE. So me and James are on the opposite side of the world. Mini context. So me and James knew each other from like when we were like 16 years old. Went to college together in uni and stuff. Been coding since I was like 12. Run consultancy firms, do a lot of training, do a lot of solution architecture stuff for like governments and banks and private businesses, and also have a few other kind of startup businesses as well. But I'd say probably my biggest kind of take on this is I've always kind of been at the near edge or the cutting edge of like the technology space, typically too cutting edge. A friend once said that Lee, you're always like 3 steps ahead, but it's 2 steps ahead when you make the money. So this has been I'm trying to stay in the 2 steps bit now, but yeah, so that's kind of me, and I think this stuff's amazing. I think there's a lot of possibility, and similar to you, I'm using it every day. Over the last 2 years, probably trained like 1,000 people, maybe over 1,000 people now. Write a newsletter twice a week on AI, looking forward to. For me, looking forward to actually speaking to, like, we're going to have some great conversations and we're going to be able to chat about this topic, but I think bringing other people in who aren't developers, because we can do that bit, and we can kind of get their kind of perspective and either educate them or we can learn from them from how this is affecting their role and stuff. Anyway, slight deviation, but over to you.
Yeah, so I'm James Studdart. Some of you might know me as a cynical developer. I've been a podcaster since 2016, something like that, with the Cynical Developer podcast, Tabs and Spaces podcast. I've been guests on loads of other things, author, technologist, software consultant, and yeah, I'm in the trenches, either building projects for customers, helping their teams or augmenting their teams to get stuff done. I'm kind of seen by a lot of people as the go-to guide just to get stuff out the door. I have a lot of mantras if you're not familiar with my previous work, but one of them is F it, commit it, ship it, just to get it out the door. And ironically, I only ever apply that to everyone else's projects. My own stuff never seems to get past the early alpha or early beta stages. And I've been using AI with some of my clients' work where it's acceptable, and I've been using it on some of my own projects. And it's great the way that it augments what you can do. It does blow smoke up your ass quite a lot when you talk to these AI things, but it can be quite humbling as well, because I've had it like review projects that I've built where I've not been
what are you thinking?
Overly familiar, and it's like, cool, yeah, this project's pretty good, but what the hell is this over here? Why have you done that? Well, that's not an industry standard way to do it, and it sort of like it's helped me out. I've been a speaker at multiple events across the UK. I've travelled the world in a very limited sense. Lee is very well travelled, but I've travelled in taken my podcast and technology to other countries as well. So it's going to be good to get our sort of opinions out there, get other people in on the show, as you said, and talk to them and see where they're at with it. Because I think that it's very easy to slip into your own sort of echo chamber, and you get your one view on what you think this is. And that's just what you stick to. And I think the problem is that if you don't get a more open exposure to these sort of technologies and topics, is that you know, if they do change the world, you're going to be left behind, right? Because at some point it's going to be too hard to try and catch up, because as they say, you know, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And the green beards give it away that we are old dogs now. Yeah, and one thing, not to build up Lee's ego a little bit, he said that, you know, we went to college and university together, that I wouldn't be writing software if it wasn't for Lee. So he kind of taught me how to program originally back in Visual Basic days. I'd done a little bit with Commodore 64 Basic before that, but more just type things out that I could read rather than actually understanding what I was writing. And ironically, it's sort of come full circle now, because we don't need to know what we're writing anymore, because the AI writes it. As long as it works, who cares, right?
But unfortunately, I don't get 10% of your income for the rest of your life, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, well,
we can clip that bit for TikTok, and we can put some music over the top of it, of like, you know, as like a sorrow kind of, you know, he was the one that did it all. Yeah,
and yeah, we've also got the same branding of no hair and a beard.
No hair and a beard. Yeah, I did decide to go a bit adventurous today and go for a non-black T-shirt. So, you know, I thought I'd spice it up.
Very off-brand.
I would like to start the kind of conversation off with what is probably the most important aspect of this whole podcast. You know, yes, we could interview, you know, the CEO of NVIDIA, of Microsoft, of OpenAI, but that will be nothing compared to picking out our intro jingle.
Right. Okay.
Which,
and I guess that because this is a podcast about AI, and if you've seen the feeds images, they're AI generated, tweaked by me. I used to be a graphic designer in a past life, so I've played around with them and tweaked them a little bit. So I'm going to assume you've AI generated these intro jingles.
Okay, so for those who don't know, this is a product called Suno, and Suno enables you to make AI-based audio by providing lyrics, by just saying, like, I want this kind of vibe, and I've created a few options.
So let's see what sort of AI slop you've made, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right, so to be fair, I'm going to go in reverse order of the latest ones, because I actually think the first one is a banger. Taylor Swift better watch out. Like, this could be the tune of the summer. But we're going to build up to it. Okay, so the first one.
It's the AI shift. It's AI shift. A new episode. Listen in the lead. And James on the phone. It's the AI shift. It's AI shift. A new episode.
Get a bit of a feeling going, you know? Maybe a little bit. Maybe it's a bit too slow for a warm up, right? Okay, so let's try this one. Bit of a clicker. Hits the shoulders, you know.
Yeah. The AI shift, a new episode. Listen in the lead, and James on the phone. It's the AI shift, a new episode. Listen in the lead.
Don't feel like that one's moving you. Okay. I'm gonna keep with the rap theme, but this one, I didn't actually know that Suno can do this, but this is like a spoken word type thing.
All right.
How far can the imagination stretch? In the land of the rising sun, we explore the complex relationship between humans and technology. Welcome to the AI Shift, where we discuss the future of AI with your hosts, Lee and James. It's not just a job.
It's a calling. The evidence is there, and I feel like
they're really on brand, aren't they? American hip hop for two British guys.
Yeah, we couldn't be more cliched. So we're gonna, know the spoken word ones. That one's a spoken word one as well. Let's go with this one's a UK rap.
Oh, this one's gonna be terrible.
It's time for the A shift. Get inspired, learn something, make some A chips. With your hosts Lee and James on the podcast. Do blogs in the UK, dropping bomb facts. Got some wisdom you can carry to your contacts. On the podcast.
Exactly. Now, I'm just going to gloss over the songs I made this morning to get my kids to go to school on time.
Okay, so protein pancake song.
So now, do you want to hear it?
Maybe you should have cleaned this up before we recorded.
Here we go. Protein pancakes.
When you get to the door, grab your cash and open the drawer. Put it back in. Moments like this are meant to happen.
Oh, right, we're a minute in, that's why. Hold on. Didn't even mention the pancakes.
Grab your cash and open the drawer.
That doesn't even mention pancakes. Hold on. Where's the pancake one?
When you get to the door, grab your cash and open the drawer. Put it back in. Moments like this are meant to happen. And I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could go.
This one takes a while to get the pancakes. The thing is though, you would not know. If you heard this on Netflix over Demon Hunters.
You remind me, protein, pancakes on protein. But who really cares?
Okay,
yeah, I think with a lot of music now, because there's so much synthesized voices with what do they call it? Auto-tune. You can never tell.
Yeah. Okay, right. So we'll gloss over protein pancakes for a second. Okay, so I'm leaning towards more of. I think maybe it's this one.
It's a vibe.
Oh, straight in, boom. We can tweak the lyrics on the side as well. It doesn't even have to be this kind of like exact one.
Welcome to the AI shift. Welcome to the AI shift.
Does it not take you back to like uni days?
It's definitely
maybe not something.
definitely summer holiday in Europe.
You know, or oh no, that one just keeps going on and on. That one was rubbish. Is that this one? No, that's the same. Back to UK. Oh, actually, this one's quite good. I prefer the other one, but this one's quite good.
The AI Shift Podcast. James and Lee. A whole different class of creature, spaceman. Blow a whole 8 to the face, then float over 808s. You ain't gotta wait till the end of the day to see the sunset.
It's this one, I think.
Welcome, humans. The AI Shift Podcast. James and Lee.
A whole different class of creatures. Spacemen blow a whole 8 to the face, then float over 808. You ain't gotta wait till the end of the day to see the sunset.
You want protein pancakes? That's what it is, isn't it?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
But we can evolve. I'm just saying, like, these are the first ones I ran out of credits today, so I can't kind of be more.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that there may be hip hop and rap, and maybe not the not quite the vibe, right? Not quite what we're going for.
Well, I was just kind of relating to our roots, my friend.
Sure.
You know, or we can go K-pop demon hunters. You know, basically, people will have to tune into the next episode to see which one we actually went with and what we picked, just to leave that on the hook for the next episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we call it there?
I think so. Yeah.
I feel like you're like, what have I done?
Well, why have I bothered?
Yeah. Cool. Until next time.
All right. Bye.
The AI Shift Podcast. Let's go.